Hey guys, a little bit more advice. When it comes to developers, especially freelancers, fire fast. I think once you stop feeling like you're the customer and they're really trying hard to deliver on what you're going for, when the feeling of when you first spoke, the first 10 things you guys said to each other, if you don't have that feeling anymore, their interest is waning. They're not going to deliver what they initially said they would. And you need to start looking for a new developer fast because if it's just not what they expected on the project, then they're just going to kind of drag their feet and waste your time. So you have to use your intuition when you feel like they're just kind of leading you on at this point and kind of trying to soften the point at which you guys stop working and you go to a new developer. So you have to have that in the back of your mind when you're working with someone. If it's not at the same speed as it was when you started the first week, you have to recognize that quick and fire quick. So, and it's not really firing because they're freelancers and it's almost like that. So they expect it to be small project. It's not like you guys are married, you know? You can move on to the next developer. Just go back to the pool of the people you were talking to initially and take it from there. Look, instead of if you were to choose that person, choose another one and start from there and lose as little time as possible to get back on schedule. So minimize the time wasted as much as possible. If you're working on something and they're 2 days late and 3 days late and then they start coming up with excuses and this and that, that's kind of common. So recognize that, and that's going to kind of be the new normal with that person, and get another person as quickly as possible and move fast as quickly as possible with the new person. Get them their knowledge up to speed and pick up where you left off as quickly as possible. So you can lose weeks, you can lose months playing these games. So recognize that and soften the blow and protect yourself, protect your data, protect your uh, how far you've come along with that developer. Take it from there, exchange the money with the work they've done, and pick up where you left off with someone else. And protect your site. Make sure they don't do anything negative to it. I don't think that's a common thing, but that was one thing I was always scared of. Like, oh, they're gonna do something to your site, bring it down, delete stuff, whatever. Like, take retaliation. That was why I was kind of slow to get new developers, etc., things like that. So if you can learn how to protect yourself from things like that, if you're non-technical, it's mostly like your passwords and access to certain areas. So once you figure out how to manage those things and cut off the access before you make the change to a new developer, I think that's the most important part. And I think when they're dragging their feet, that you're almost being soft if you don't do something and go to the next developer. They can kind of walk all over you. So that's one thing to consider. And if your expectations are not being met, be very clear with your expectations up front. So if they're not meeting it, they're not taken by surprise. So be upfront and take action quickly is my advice. So rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.